We are all travelers, not merely moving through days and years, but journeying through curved frames of time and space. What we call life is not a straight line, but a vast circular voyage, one that begins at an origin, and, in the end, returns there again. Within the bent fabric of time and space, all living beings are traveling. The end of our journey is a return to the very point from which we departed. Thought, in its essence, exists to protect the physical safety of the organism we call me. Therefore, thought and mind do not truly know where we are going. Human beings endlessly pursue love, yet we do not know how love truly begins, nor where it ultimately ends. This is because love is not aligned with the survival mechanisms of an individual organism. Love belongs to a sacred dimension beyond biological safety. The Earth completes one orbit around the Sun in a year, but the solar system requires approximately 230 million years to orbit the Milky Way galaxy once. Since the solar system was born around 4.6 billion years ago, the Sun and its planets have circled the galaxy only about 20 times. In truth, we are passengers on a vessel called Earth, traveling with the Sun through the galaxy, endlessly circling back toward the point of origin. Only our forms change along the way. Air becomes mineral. Mineral becomes organic matter. Organic matter becomes single-celled life. Single-celled life becomes multicellular life. Life unfolds into plants, animals, and eventually, humans. This is the eternal procession of life. The body and mind, devoted to protecting this tiny being called me, cannot perceive this vast procession. They merely analyze sensory input captured by the five senses, and react with excitement, fear, or desire. At the level of elementary particles, electrons and protons, more than 99.9% of all living beings is empty space. A flow of invisible energy. A reality beyond the five senses undeniably exists. Yet the eyes and ears attached to the human body cannot perceive it. True reality consists of two layers: the visible material world, and the invisible energetic world beneath it. In the energetic dimension, all things are connected. But in the material world perceived by the senses, everything appears separate. When life is lived only through limited sensory information, conflict and division dominate. Negative emotions flourish: anger, resentment, misunderstanding, hatred. This is a phenomenon we frequently witness in today's society. Only when we awaken to the truth that all life is fundamentally connected and endlessly flowing, do the qualities originally hidden within life emerge: love, forgiveness, understanding, and compassion. Human life is ultimately the ignition of life energy. Life is energy carrying information. Energy temporarily manifests as the material world. To crave tangible, graspable objects is to emit the energy of separation and lack. When you desire something, if you first feel as though it has already come to pass, energy begins to move beneath the surface, and material reality eventually aligns itself above. Seek first the kingdom and righteousness of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. This is not a command to chase outcomes, but an invitation to feel the divine qualities first. When one pursues only visible, material phenomena, one strengthens the energetic state of lack, and that lack continues to repeat itself. But when one first embodies the qualities of the divine, love and peace, forgiveness and understanding, vitality and abundance, the visible reality that corresponds to those qualities naturally unfolds. Rather than praying to God to give what we lack, it is wiser to give thanks and praise, as if what we desire has already been granted. Perhaps awakening is not about gaining something new, but about remembering what has always been flowing through us. We are not separate travelers competing for survival, but expressions of one continuous life, returning, again and again, to the same eternal origin. And in that remembering, love no longer needs to be sought. It simply reveals itself.